You can usually tell the exact moment it is about to happen because the second you stand up and start walking toward the bathroom, your dog suddenly appears behind you like a furry security guard that was secretly monitoring your every movement the entire time. Some dogs quietly follow beside you, some push the door open with their nose, and some will even sit directly outside the bathroom looking personally offended that they were temporarily separated from you for more than 30 seconds. At first, it seems hilarious because no matter where you go inside the house, your dog somehow acts like the situation instantly became a full group activity. But after a while, many owners start wondering if there is actually a deeper reason behind this strange behavior because dogs seem unusually determined to stay close during these moments specifically. The funny part is that dogs do not behave this way because bathrooms are exciting places in the way humans understand excitement. Most dogs are not emotionally invested in sinks, mirrors, shampoo bottles, or toilet paper because what they are really interested in is much simpler than that. They are interested in you. That attachment explains why so many dogs immediately stand up the second their owner moves, even when they were completely asleep only moments earlier. Dogs naturally pay close attention to movement inside the home because movement often signals activity, interaction, routine, or emotional change within their environment. And since humans became the emotional center of most domestic dogs' lives thousands of years ago, many dogs now instinctively prefer staying physically close to the people they trust most. Around this point, many owners realize their dog is not actually obsessed with the bathroom itself. The dog is simply continuing a pattern of emotional proximity that already exists throughout the entire day. If you walk into the kitchen, the dog often follows. If you move to another room, the dog often follows. And if you disappear behind a closed bathroom door, many dogs immediately become curious because suddenly they lost visual access to the person they monitor most closely. That curiosity becomes even stronger because dogs naturally rely heavily on observation to understand what is happening around them. Humans communicate through language, but dogs gather enormous amounts of information through routine, sound, body language, movement, and environmental awareness. A closed bathroom door interrupts that information flow completely. For some dogs, that interruption feels mildly confusing because they cannot fully understand why the person suddenly vanished behind a barrier without including them. This is especially common in dogs that spend large amounts of time around their owners throughout the day. Dogs quickly become attached to routines, and once following behavior becomes normal inside the home, they often continue doing it automatically without much conscious thought at all. That is why many dogs follow owners from room to room even when nothing interesting is happening. The behavior gradually becomes part habit, part emotional comfort, and part environmental monitoring all at the same time. Some dogs also appear surprisingly protective during bathroom situations specifically. This sounds ridiculous at first until owners notice their dog positioning itself near the doorway, watching the hallway carefully, or reacting to unfamiliar sounds while the owner remains inside the bathroom. From the dog's perspective, you are temporarily distracted, stationary, and less aware of your surroundings than usual. And since dogs naturally evolved around pack awareness and environmental observation, some breeds instinctively become more attentive whenever trusted humans appear vulnerable or disconnected from the environment. This does not mean your dog believes bathroom danger is constantly lurking around the corner. It simply means the dog's instinct to remain nearby becomes stronger whenever routines temporarily shift or visibility changes inside the home. Curiosity also plays a surprisingly large role in this behavior. Bathrooms contain constantly changing smells, sounds, textures, and routines that dogs find fascinating even if humans barely notice them anymore. Dogs experience the world heavily through scent, and bathrooms contain powerful scent information connected to the people living inside the home. To a dog, the bathroom is not boring. It is actually one of the most information-rich rooms in the entire house. That explains why many dogs become intensely curious about bathrooms even when owners are not inside them. Some dogs investigate towels, laundry baskets, showers, cabinets, or bathroom mats simply because those areas contain strong scent associations connected to familiar people and routines. At the same time, emotional attachment is still the biggest reason most dogs follow owners into bathrooms repeatedly. Dogs are highly social animals that evolved around close group interaction for survival. Long before becoming household companions, their ancestors depended heavily on staying connected to social groups rather than wandering independently for long periods. Modern domestic dogs still carry much of that social attachment instinct today. For many dogs, staying physically close to trusted humans simply feels emotionally safe and normal. This becomes especially noticeable in rescue dogs or dogs that developed extremely strong owner attachments over time. Some dogs appear genuinely uncomfortable whenever they lose visual contact with their owners for even short periods inside the home. That does not always mean severe separation anxiety exists, but it does show how emotionally connected many dogs become to daily human presence. And because bathrooms involve doors closing, temporary separation, and blocked visibility, they naturally trigger stronger following behavior compared to ordinary movement between open rooms. Attention seeking can also reinforce the behavior very quickly. Many owners unintentionally reward bathroom following by talking to the dog, petting the dog, laughing at the behavior, or allowing the interaction to become part of the daily routine. Dogs quickly learn which behaviors consistently produce attention and emotional interaction. Once the behavior becomes emotionally rewarding enough, it often repeats automatically. That is why some dogs appear extremely determined about bathroom companionship specifically. From the dog's perspective, following the owner successfully leads to interaction, reassurance, entertainment, and continued emotional connection. Over time, the routine simply becomes part of normal household life. Most of the time, this behavior is completely harmless and actually reflects a healthy emotional bond between dog and owner. A relaxed dog calmly following you into the bathroom is usually displaying ordinary attachment, curiosity, social instinct, and routine-based behavior rather than serious emotional instability. However, owners should still pay attention to signs of excessive anxiety. If a dog begins whining intensely, scratching doors obsessively, panicking during separation, or becoming emotionally distressed whenever visual contact disappears briefly, that may point toward deeper anxiety issues needing attention. Dogs that cannot emotionally settle without constant owner presence often benefit from gradual confidence-building routines, enrichment activities, predictable structure, and healthy independent time throughout the day. Interestingly, many dogs become less clingy once their environment feels emotionally predictable and mentally stimulating enough overall. Exercise, routine, puzzle toys, calm structure, training games, and confidence-building activities all help reduce unhealthy attachment behaviors over time. Dogs generally cope much better when they feel secure instead of emotionally dependent on constant proximity. At the same time, many owners secretly enjoy the bathroom following behavior far more than they admit. Because underneath the strange routines, awkward staring, and lack of privacy, the behavior reflects something most dog owners deeply appreciate. The dog simply wants to stay close. And in a world where attention constantly pulls humans in different directions every single day, there is something strangely comforting about an animal that still believes following you into the bathroom is one of the most important responsibilities in its entire life.